All right, everybody. You can hear in the background some sirens. I'm not sure what's going on out there. I haven't checked with my scanner. But today I have some incense going. You might see a little bit of the smoke trailing on through. And today what we're going to do is we're going to light our large candle. And what happened was the middle sank in. It actually dropped almost through. I made one of these. I have wax over there. I do make candles from time to time, and we're going to put a red one in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. We're going to slowly meditate on what we want to do and our readings and what we want to accomplish. Slowly think of our clients today. Slowly think of how we're going to read. And so be it. We're going to light the candle. Now when you light these things, remember, sometimes the wick will go right down and stuff. I also have my lilac and another one called Midnight. I both got them at the AC Moore craft shop. And they were having a deal, and our incense is right over there with that lit. Put that right down over here. And we're going to begin. Now this makes it eerie and a little creepy, some people have said in my last videos there, but I don't know. It's kind of nice doing it by candlelight. I don't get oftentimes when we do fairs and whatnot and paranormal events, which reminds me to check out my website, www.brotherwade.com. Today we're reading for Ray. She only wants some of her name used, which is okay. I'm very confidential. I don't use last names or anything, but she's going through some problems, and she wanted to have me address them for her. And I think that we can do this in a full reading. So it may be not as normal as I do it, but I might do it out of order today. What we're going to do for this reading, because of kind of how it is, we're going to do two cards. And we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords, as you can see, shows two gentlemen. What I see here is one female knight and a male knight, or female male. I can't tell who I'm pointing to on the card, but you can see the difference in the armor and the way they're dressed. And here we have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is very nice. It shows some people working, different cauldrons. There's one guy over here like a boss man. And this is showing me that there's, the Two of Swords shows me in this that there's two things. There's two views. There's like a multiple personality, a two-sectional thing coming in there. Kind of, best way I can describe it is there's one of you and it's split. Not necessarily a personality, but there's two sections to yourself with what you're going on. And that is working. There's things being done. It's very hurriedly. It's very quick. Very to the point, they're done. We're going to roll another one, and that is the Falling Tower. Not a real bad card in this reading. The Falling Tower, placed on those two, is the wind is there, but you notice the tower's not falling in this picture. The wind is blowing, the fire is blowing, the clouds, the sun and the moon, I think, or wind and water. Kind of an elemental. I see water and I see the fire here, and they're both blowing at it, but it's not crawling down. It's not cracked. It's not falling down. People are running out of it though. There's at the bottom some people leaving, but this means that the fire goes on it, then the water puts it out. The water splashes on it, and the fire warms it up, turns it to steam. Okay. What I'm sensing is that this issue has been long term. You keep having things thrown at you, but you're not giving in. You're not falling. You keep on your task, Maybe the two swords, emotions. I'm getting a lot of emotions. I'm getting happy and sad. I'm getting mad and content. I'm getting that kind of thing where it's back and forth. The next one is the Four of Cups. You see a woman riding a dragon through the cups, chasing after something. I think it's your goals. I think what you're doing is chasing after your goals the best way you know how. And you keep chasing this, you keep going, you keep following through. Things are thrown at you at the tower and it's not falling down. One side of you wants to give up, like the two little angel and a demon on your shoulder. Give up, don't give up, give up, don't give up. And this is protruding out of the ground. You see that with the sword being stuck into the ground, but I think it's the other way around. The blade's coming through, trying to cut up through the dirt and get out of that situation. But things are just thrown at you. So you keep running from it. You keep chasing what you want. It's not really a bad card. This the Four of Cups is showing that you're going to pursue what you want. You're going to zigzag around stuff. There's different scenes in the cups, and you're keeping on it. And that's good. That's really good. And the moon. The moon card shows this crab. Some pictures do show a dog and a lobster, but this one is showing that the tower is there, the other house is there, and almost a path or a stream up the middle. Meaning you have two ways. You have two things here. You have one side is the bad side, one side is the good side, and you're right there in the middle. Maybe where you belong. Maybe that's where you belong, is right in the middle, pursuing your goals. See, the moon and the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups is showing that you're working and you're pursuing what you want. And it's there for you. Nothing's been taken away from you. It's there. Okay, one more card. And that is force, strength, wisdom, power. And you are sitting there with the beast. The beast is like a dog. It's barking. And you've shut it up. The beast is the lion. You've tamed it. You're going to succeed. This is going to turn out okay. Now, it's not, oh, good, everything's happy and lucky and good and fancy for you. But it's where you want to be. It's what's happening right now. It's the flow of what's going on for you. And this is a very good thing. Very good thing that we have this here. The reading is very well. I enjoyed reading for you as well. And our next reading is going to be for China. She calls herself China. She's a friend from Facebook. She has written with a question, and we're going to read for her right now. If you want a reading, again, I keep reminding people to go up to my website, www.brotherwade.com. All right. And this reading is the Three of Swords. Shows a family here, somebody down here, maybe a dog or some kind of animal greeting them. And they look up as if they're leaving the family, which meant maybe there's a separation of family. Maybe somebody going out on their own. Maybe you're leaving where you are and you're going to go out on your own and do something else. I see that this might be part of the issue that you had written in. The next one is Justice. Justice is a court card. What I mean by court is it's almost like a queen card. And as well, court is judging. We have legal matters. This is justice. It is a firm card. So justice is going to happen because of this leaving part of it, I see. I see it going together almost, as if the separation is a legal or some kind of firm matter that must be taken. The journey must be done correctly. And that brings us into Five of Coins. I see a separation, maybe a relationship a man is sitting there and he's trying to impress this lady. He's trying to talk to this lady and she wants nothing to do with it. A lot of times in relationships we see this. So this is sort of like a relationship. But what I'm sensing, okay, is that the family and this relationship is clashing. That's why there's justice. Justice has to be done maybe for the relationship by the family. Maybe the family's not agreeing with your relationship. Maybe they're not agreeing with your style of life. Something is happening here. And Five of Cups, everybody sits around a person laying on a bed. I'm getting a fact that somebody's sick. Maybe a family member is sick. Maybe you're sick. Maybe some illness is happening. And the family and justice and the relationships are all because of this illness. I'm hoping it's nothing bad. I'm not disclosing anything right now, but you know what I'm speaking of, and I hope that this clears up. I really do. And we have the Empress. I'm going to draw one more with the Empress, and it's the Emperor. I got a feeling they're together. Two people that are together experiencing this, experiencing family, a hardship with a relationship, sickness. It's all coming around. And the justice is now speaking to me very firmly now and saying that something has to be done about it. Something has to be done about the situation with the sickness in the family. I suspect everything will turn out correctly. I hope it does. I hope a lot of things are happening correctly and are doing well for you. I hope things are doing greatly. As I look at my watch here, I just heard a horn go off. We do have volunteer fire departments around here. But as I end this reading, I want you to understand that anytime you do need to talk, I am here for you. Okay, based on your issue, confidentiality all the time on this. But that was the reading. And I want to wish you well. And I'm here for you. All right. All right, and next up is Amber. Not Amber's question. We're going to focus on Amber a little bit. All right. We're going to do the two-card way again for the first two cards. We have the Emperor and we have the Two of Swords. Both beautiful cards. Two people coming together. This one I see that I'm sensing children. I'm sensing independence. I'm sensing power. Sense that the Two of Cards is telling me that a mutual togetherness, like a friendship, like a business relationship, an acquaintance, but a little bit more than that. Dealing with this power is happening. Very interesting. The Empress is who we have next. The Empress is the female. To the Emperor, again, we have togetherness, power. Very powerful reading. The Empress is also somebody sitting on a throne. The Empress has a shield, has wings, kind of angelic. We see a lot of the murals in churches look angelic like this. And it's religious. And then we have the Two of Coins again. Now, every time the Two of Coins come up, I see something different. This time I see a woman kind of laughing. She's kind of, the advances of the male is being laughed off as if it's kind of like playing with him, like, oh no, oh dear. Kind of like what women do is they play this little game of hard to get. And that's what I see. I see this pattern of power in there, and it's hard to get. She knows she's good. She knows she's at the top, and she wants to play hard to get, so the man has to work for her, has to work for the reward. and I see the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is coming up, but this time I see that it's sneaking around the person that's sleeping. A lot of times it might be somebody that's sick or a funeral, but this is sneaking around somebody that's sleeping. Meaning there's things that are happening around you that you don't know about. And maybe the Five of Coins is trying to give you a warning. And the warning is these advancements can be laughed off. But there's something very sneaky, and that other person is trying to look good, is trying to look all right, and they're not. It's a caution to you that things are being crept out of the room, that things are being snuck in, that somebody is tiptoeing around so that other people don't know they're there. Now we have the Justice. The Justice is coming up. As I shuffle my deck a little bit, more cards came out here. And when that happens, I like to read them as well with it, and that's the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is something that's being worked, like a factory, like a beer factory almost. Wine, somebody's in charge and the other workers here, and this is the one that came up with Justice. And that's showing me that something you have to do some work. You have to have justices in there, meaning a legal matter, like court and judging, and these things have to come out. Whoever's sneaking around and tiptoeing, they're going to get caught. They're going to get what's coming to them. And that work that's working in there. And this Justice is working in there. I don't think it's you doing the work. I think it's working in there. People say karma. People say what's due. People say what's coming. They use these terms, and that's almost like what's happening here. And we have the Force for you today. The Force is this person with this dog or lion there, and it's strength to hold on. Things are getting better. Let things be. That's what I'm sensing right now, that you keep on stuff, that you want to see something happen now. You want to see things appear good and elegant and fancy. Let them be what they are, because what's coming is that Justice. This Justice card right here is good in this reading. It's absolutely wonderful. It's working itself in there, and things are happening for you. Things are going to happen, but it's happening. Now, people that are tiptoeing around and they're acting fishy, it's coming. And it's a warning to you to settle it down. Don't get your nose involved. Don't get don't sit in that seat. Okay? Let the usher, let the hostess, let the host, let the maitre d', or whoever it is that's going to be guiding you to the table, let them find your table for you. Don't you walk in and just sit down somewhere, because then things start getting mixed up. Okay? Things start coming at you that you don't want coming at you. I also feel that there's a religious background to this, spiritual and faith involved in this, and it's all coming around to the point where you have to relax and let things flow. Don't get involved. You're being led out of something right now, go with it. If you're being led down a path you're not sure of, have faith and go with it. Like I just said in that analogy, let the person take you to the table. Okay? Don't just go and sit wherever you want. Okay? That's very important for you right now. Very important for you. Alright, our next reading is for Brittany. Brittany has written down her problem. She has discussed it with me a little bit. I'm going to focus and meditate because I want this reading to help her. I want this reading to be for her a little bit, to get her mind at ease. Breathe in and breathe out. All right. Shuffle the cards real good for her. I shuffle for everybody real good, actually, but I'm going to do it a little bit extra. This is a very serious problem that she's having, and I think we need to focus for her on her problem and get her answers that she needs right now. Right now, the answers are going to come for her, yes. Yes, they are, because I believe they are for her. I want to believe that Brittany is going to get the answer she needs, just like I would anybody else. What we're going to do is we'll start with the first card now, the Fool. The Fool is a man walking. Sometimes he's hanging upside down in a tree. I feel that this is what you're doing. You're upside down. You're ready to go. You're not sure what you want to do in life. The Fool is also the one that goes around the journey of the tarot cards, the court cards. And he is met with the Lovers. The Lovers are two people standing together, almost. I don't see a male and female here. I see a man receiving a gift, like a religious gift, like faith, like God is involved in this. Faith, kind of like the church, an anointing, a gift of a title, somebody appointing somebody something. The Sun is a horse riding in triumph. The horse riding, I think this one is the horse is riding to get away. You're trying to get away from this appointment, this title, this thing, and it's not going so well for you. But the Sun is a bright light for you to keep going and keep away from this. We see the Chariot, direction. And draw another one with direction is the Purpose. You're going in a direction of nobility, of power, of faith. You're structuring yourself for something that's coming. But whatever it is, I feel and I sense for you is in the back of you. Whatever it is back there and you want away from it. Why you're going away from it is not known right now. But the Chariot is direction. You have to choose one or the other. The black horse or the white horse. Which way, left or right? The Chariot is also a powerful device. You cannot mess up riding in a chariot. Okay, it's not like Ben-Hur or any of the fancy movies you watch. You get into a chariot, you strap those reins down, and then you pull them or you throw them out and you go. And you pull them to stop. Doesn't mean you're going to stop. It's skills. It's something that's very hard to manage at times. And going in different directions is not going to help you any. You got to stay firm. You got to focus. You got to manage that. You got to know what you're doing. This is all for the card. And the Sun is a bright light shining down on you, knowing that a higher power, something of faith, something of goodness is watching over you. And we see the One of Coins. Somebody holding up their world. And this is part of you. You're holding all this up. It's almost like you're being chased. You're working very hard to get something, whatever it is that you want. Only you know that. And you're working very hard to get that, to move forward, to focus. It's almost like you have a goal in mind, but there's nothing there. It's a struggle for you. And the Popus, and we have the Fool. They're all people who have to focus and think and make good decisions. It's an example for you of what you can be to make these decisions. We have the Page of Cups. Man standing there with a cup. What are you going to do with what's in that vessel? What's in the goblet? What's in the cup? You're going to go up and introduce it to someone. You're going to drink it. It's another choice. Okay? A lot of choices here. 8 of Wands. It's a relationship. And it actually just describes, if you look at it, how somebody meets somebody. A love relationship. First you're dancing around and you come together, you dance a little more, and then finally you're there to propose for and to receive your partner. In your case, you're dancing around with the guy, you finally meet, now you're going to have to wait for him to propose to you, for him to ask that question to you. He is now in charge. So you've gone from being illuminated by the sun to what you have to do for this title you have. The Fool and the Popus is there with faith going in the journey. You're holding all this up. What you don't realize that somebody else is in control. Why? I'm going to draw 2 cards. And the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is another woman standing there very ready to get up. She looks like she's ready to get up. She's going to use that wand or staff to push herself up with that ball in her hand and go somewhere else. She doesn't want to be just sitting there anymore. She wants to be moving, but this path that she's going to be moving is not very good. Okay? This is like a parade route. Now, all these people watching you, and you're going to be center of attention. You're going to be judged. You're going to be looked at. You're going to be tweaked. You're going to be pardoned. You're going to be shouted at. You're going to have ridicule and criticism. And all of this stuff during this path you're going to go down. But you're getting tired of where you're at. And you're going to have to do it. This 10 of Wands is telling me you're going to have to make this journey. Hopefully you're not going to have to make it yourself. By yourself. And I have the next 2 cards are the World. You are in the center of this. That's you. You're in the center of this. Okay, you're standing there. It's a naked figure. It's a figure with no clothes on. You're to the world. Everyone can see what's going on. But you're not ashamed of this. Because you know you've fallen off this horse. And it's time to fall off that horse. It's going to kick you off. And you have to be prepared. This is a very good warning. The 6 of Swords is a warning with the Chariot. Okay, a warning to you that you're going to be thrown off of here and you're going to have to choose what to do. And that's for you to decide. Whatever this is that's going on for you in your life right now. I see that it's a very important event. And finally, we have one more card. And that is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is sitting there beautifully, ready to go. It's almost like he has 2 servants bowing down to him kind of deal here. Sometimes I see statues here, but I see 2 people bowing. He's ready to go. He's on a staff. He's contemplating. He's standing there. The staff is a rod. It can be drawn out, and anything he wants he can get. And this is what's going to happen. If you pay attention and you take those warnings, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get what you desire. You're going to get what you need. Okay? But there's nothing fancy in this photograph. There's nothing fancy here. There's no thrills and excitement and hurrah. It's just him sitting there, accepting what he has, contemplating and remembering what he's been through. And that's for you. That's for you to think about saying, hey, I've been here. I'm getting here. And it's about the journey, too. You notice there's a large journey in all of this here. All of this right here has a large journey. And it's about that. And remember, that sun is that horse with the sun above it. Okay? And it's showing you that you got to keep going. It's showing you that path and that pride route we discussed. It's going to be hard sometimes, but you're going to get through it. I see you getting through it. I see you having these things, and you're going to get through it, and you're going to be successful. Okay? I know it. Just heed the warnings. See, there's warnings in there, and you got to heed the warnings. It's a choice. Remember the chariot. It's a choice. Heed the warnings. Be successful. You don't, you're going to fall. You're going to fall right off that horse. Okay? Thank you for letting me read to you. I hope everything's all right. I am here. If you need me, you know where to get me on Facebook. Thank you for letting me read to you. Well, we've come to that time. Blow out the candle here. All right, the candle has sunk down into this little hole again, and I will use it again. It's not very high, and right now it burned its way down. We have our other candle here burning. Our incense is burned out. It was great reading to you guys. The reason, a lot of people are going to say you blow out your candle. You're supposed to cover it with something. No, I blow it out. Because that's the end. Let all the smoke and the energy rise. Okay? It was great reading to everyone. If you have any questions or you want a reading, www.brotherwade.com. You can also write your thoughts and comments, good ones I hope, down there in the comment boxes. And please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my readings as well. I'll see you next time, folks.